Hi everybody and welcome back to Crafted by Corie. If you're new, I'm Corie. Welcome to my channel, and if you're returning, thank you so much as always for being here. I love you guys so much. I'm excited about today's video.
Hi, I'm going to interrupt here real quick. I'm Kim, Corie's sister, and if you've been watching her YouTube channel for any bit of time, you'll know that I've been actually helping her a bit on the back end. So I've been seeing all her videos as she's been putting them out, and some are my absolute favorites. So we thought we would flip the script today and actually have me do commentary on my favorite projects. So let's go ahead and get right on into the crafting. DIY number one. So for anybody who has not been following Corie since the beginning, you might not know that she started her channel back in 2020 during COVID. And her first video, I think she put out was in June. This one here is actually her second video. And the reason that I am starting with this one is because this is actually the first video that I personally saw. She didn't tell me right away that she was doing this. She was a little nervous about putting things out. And frankly, I was a little skeptical about what she was doing. I later learned that, you can actually make good money doing this, and she loves crafting, so it just was such a good fit. So she's making a coffee corner here, and she's showing you that she's using Gorilla Glue and also hot glue. And the reason that she does that is because the Gorilla Glue is wood glue. And that makes sure that long term you're going to have a really strong hold. But then for the initial hold, so that she can continue working on her project, she always uses the hot glue because she's completely impatient. So she's just putting this initial project together. This one actually ends up being 3 projects in one because she's making a coffee corner. And this one, actually still is being used in her house today. She literally uses this for her coffee today. So she uses her own decor. Everything that she's building here, for the most part, in all of her crafts, she uses or she gives to family members who love them. A few times she's sold a few things, but not really significant numbers. So she's got the box put together. This is all scraps, and then of course paint sticks. So the paint sticks you can get at Home Depot, sorry, I'm not used to doing this, for pretty cheap. And then the other wood was all scrap wood from a pallet. So this is really a trash to treasure project. And so you'll see as we move forward with this, she really comes up with some really great ways of putting this together to reuse what would otherwise be trash. So she's using her chalk paint. Corie really likes to do a farmhouse look a lot. She uses farmhouse look in her house primarily. So this, she's using the white chalk paint, but then she also has one that looks kind of like a cement color. Not gonna lie, I don't have that right on me, the details. But a lot of these chalk paints, the colors that she uses generally in her channel, those are all on her Amazon store, and I'll make sure that that link is in the description box along with the original videos, so that for those of you who have not seen some of these gems, you can actually go back and see what she put out originally with her commentary. So now she has some old tubs that actually had mixed nuts in them from Costco. So this is the Kirkland brand mixed nuts, and she likes to snack on these all the time. So she has some of these, and she's actually going to use 3 of them for this project. So she's painting this one in the same way, and then she'll use, that other paint color to kind of do a distressed look, because genuinely speaking, Corie is all about distressing. So you'll see her go through, and it's actually kind of funny because the reason that I love this video, I watched this one again. It was the first video that I saw personally, and I just obviously love her and I know her, and I was cracking up. This made me laugh so much. It was such entertainment value for me that I was like, okay, you've got something going here, right? So, and you'll see why I'm saying that. We haven't gotten to that fun part yet. But now she's showing you that she has some handle pulls, right? So she's going to use the handle pulls, and then those other little weird looking things that the handle pulls are sitting on top of, those are actually Tropicana orange juice tops. So yes, again, trash to treasure. And I think those pulls, I don't know if the handle pulls she actually had in her stash, or if that was something that she had removed from one of her something in her house and she's just reusing it. But So you can see that she's putting those on just with hot glue, but what she explains in the video is that that actually becomes an issue, and she ended up having to go back and use the actual screws that were used for the drawer pulls to make sure that they stayed on. You can see there kind of came off, but she indicated that she did fix that by going back and using the actual screw, and then that makes sure that it sticks completely. Now, what she has there with the top, she's putting around a burlap ribbon, and she's going to make that because she obviously needs to make it look pretty, right? So one thing Corie is amazing at is taking everyday items or very low cost items and making it something beautiful, something that even she will put in her house. Like I said, she's literally using this today. This is in her kitchen. So she's using that burlap ribbon, and you can see that she's going to have a seam there, which she was originally saying that she was going to put that in the back of her, when she puts it all together, right? She's going to put it in the back so that you can't see that seam. But you'll see her actually go back later and dress it up with a little bow, because Corie's all about her bows. If you have not seen her bow video, that's another really good one, especially with the holidays coming up, because she shows you step by step how to make like 7 or 8 or 10 different types of bows. And because she used to work at JCPenney, and she was in the gift wrap department. So she learned back when she was like 16, 17, how to do every type of bow so that she could help do gift wrapping. So you can see now she's kind of starting that now, and it's kind of got that rustic farmhouse look to it. And then she's just going to do this little string bow in addition to that, and that's going to make it really cute and pretty. She's so crazy talented. I don't know where she got it, because my mom and I laugh all the time, because my mom and I just do not have this capability. We are not crafty. We are not creative at all. Although I will say that I've learned so much from Corie that I have gone and I've made some of the things that she's shown on her channel, because she makes it so easy. She breaks it down in such a way that even somebody who is like not talented like me can actually do it, and it comes out really well. So now she is showing us more of the palette wood. So a lot more scraps and some mug hooks and her chalk paint again, and then a staple gun. But she will in a minute show us that she also then had to go back and get some actual nails, because she realized that that staple gun's just not going to do what she wants to do. Now, buckle up, guys, because this is the part that was cracking me up. Corie is new at this, right? This is only her second video. So she is not thinking about the fact that she's about to start hammering where she also has her camera connected. So if you watch the camera, this is where it gets good. See how that's like moving the entire camera? I was literally sitting here and I was crying because I was laughing so hard, because she's doing such a great job and, keeping it together with her voiceover, and, she can't redo it. She's already done it. So she didn't know at the time that this was what was happening, and her camera was getting shaken everywhere. And this just made me laugh. So seriously, go back and watch this original video. It's just, she's come so far. I'm so proud of what she's put together here, and her community that she's built. She's such an amazing person, not just an amazing crafter, but an amazing person. And I think you all get a sense for that. And I'm very, very lucky to have her as my sister. But she does crack me up with things like this because, yeah, it's really funny. So, she's going to go through and make sure she gets all that palette, wood put together. And then we'll get to see, without the camera shaking, kind of how she works through everything going forward. As you can tell, this video is a lot longer. She, in the beginning, did not do as many edits. She really showed every single step. If that's something you guys think you would like, where, she spends more time showing everything instead of editing things out more so that it's a little more concise, feel free to drop a comment down and she and I will review them. And she's always willing to adjust what she does to help everybody, because she really does just want to teach you all how to do this, because you can make some amazing home decor with, you know, garbage. I mean, essentially, as part of one of my other favorite projects, which will be coming up in a little bit. I was just like, oh my God, I'm hooked now. Because like, how did you even think to do this? It's insane. Like, she takes essentially garbage, trash, right? Trash to treasure. And she literally makes it into something so amazing and beautiful. I have some of her stuff in my home too. She's made certain things for me specifically that I've asked for because she's so talented. And instead of me going out and buying it somewhere, you know, she's a wonderful sister and she'll make things for me herself. But she's just so talented. So again, you know, same color scheme here. She's using that same white chalk paint. And she always has to be very, very careful and cautious to make sure that nothing is going to show. So she makes sure she does all the edges and gets everything set in the way that she wants it to, so that it looks good from all angles. And then, as I mentioned before, she had that other color that looked kind of like a cement color. And now she's just using that like a dry brush to just smear that on there to make it look a little distressed. And this is, again, one of those things that she claims she's not a good painter, but I don't know. I mean, if you see some of like the actual paintings that she's made, she's actually quite good. But she also does a really good job at these effects where she can use paint to make things just look distressed. It's kind of interesting to watch. I've tried this here and there. I'm not so great at it, but you know, we'll give her credit because she's amazing. Now, this is where she gets into her hand lettering. And I know that, you know, people have always commented on, and I think at one point we even did a handwriting or a hand lettering video just to show people how it works, because this is sped up like a lot. Obviously, she does a lot of hand lettering. She actually, back in the day, you know, inside tip, she used to do calligraphy. She was never taught how to do it. She kind of taught herself. And again, I think that's just because she has this artistic spirit and this artistic ability that the rest of us normal people in the family just don't have. But she, you know, she takes her time, she thinks about how she wants it to look, and then she carefully draws it out. And then you can see she always starts with pencil, and then she comes back in. And I think this is just a paint marker. So I think that's also in her Amazon store. Again, most of the things that she uses, we've added into her Amazon store just to make it a lot easier for people so that you're not guessing what she's using, what materials she uses. She uses chalk paint regularly. So those are definitely out there. I think the paint marker that she's using right now might be Arteza, because they've, you know, had her look at a lot of their stuff as well. So you can see that she has that set up as coffee, because again, this is her coffee corner. And you'll see in just a moment, she's going to start putting on these hooks, because this coffee sign is actually going to hold and store her mugs. So it's really cool how it all comes together. And I don't even remember how she came up with this idea. Like, I don't know where she comes up with half of her ideas. I don't know if she saw this somewhere and decided to, you know, mimic it, or if this is something she literally just came up with on her own. I wouldn't be surprised if she came up with it on her own. So now she's just using a drill to make some initial holes so that she can put those coffee mug hooks, it's called a hook, into that sign. So you guys might have noticed that Corie's been a little absent. We haven't been putting out as many new videos. Her day job is insane. She's a very, very hard worker. She really puts her all into everything she does, not just this YouTube channel, literally everything she does. She's got one of the best work ethics of anyone that I know. And so, you know, she misses doing this a lot. She misses all of y'all. But, you know, obviously her day job has to take priority, but she is working on more stuff. So, you know, I'm sure she'll be back too. If you guys like the voiceover from me, you know, feel free to go ahead and leave that in a comment too, because frankly, as I was going through and trying to find these, I have actually just 10 projects that I'm including here, because it's going to be over an hour long, this video. This is where it gets funny again, guys. See how it's so funny? Things are just moving and shifting. She's putting that chain up so that she can hang it, right? Oh, Now she's doing her reveal. So this is what it actually looks like. And it's literally sitting there today, guys. This is exactly what it looks like today. I think she lost some of the video where she was adding in the Morning Joe deal for the daily grind piece. But like I said, this does exist here today. As I was saying, you know, she'll be coming back more, but as I was going through these videos, I included 10 in for this video. There are so many more that I love that I just couldn't get to because this was going to be over an hour long to begin with. I might have to do another one for Christmas, but if y'all are sick of hearing my voice and would prefer Corie, then, you know, I'm not going to be offended. Feel free to just tell me. But I think this turned out really, really nice. She did such a good job. And in her early videos, she always did this kind of reveal right away. DIY number 2. Sorry, I'm running behind because I'm talking too much. This one I absolutely love. Love, 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 love. This is so beautiful. So she has an old wreath form that she had used for something else that she had started cutting apart. So she's just going to cut more of it apart to use for this. So she had that inspiration picture, and my brother actually went over to her house and helped her cut down a tree that was dying, and she didn't want it to fall on her house. So he came and he helped her cut it down, and then he sliced it for her. So this slice of wood is a tree from her house. So again, this is kind of a mini trash to treasure, I guess. Obviously the wreath form was already cut up. So, you know, she'd used one ring of it, but she's decided that she never throws anything out, let's be honest. So even though it was she couldn't use it for a wreath, she was like, I'll hold on to that because I could probably use it for something else. And here we are, right? So now she's using these evergreen, I don't even know what you call them because they've got like metal in them. So you can get those at the Dollar Tree. Obviously Dollar Tree is no longer just $1. So these are probably like $1.25, but it's a pack and they come with like 20 of them in there. So she's just using that to, number one, it'll start holding those wreath forms together a little bit better and working her way up and around so that she can make it look as beautiful as what we saw in that inspiration photo. So this is one of a few Christmassy type items. Obviously the first one with the coffee nook was kind of general home decor. I have different ones of her videos that I actually really like. She's using now just a generic, but these were thick staples with the staple gun. She did tell me that. I remember that specifically. But she's just using the staple gun to get it down, and then the hot glue because Corie is all about her hot glue. And then she's going to start stringing the lights, right? So if you saw that inspiration photo, it did have lights going up it. So Corie goes ahead and starts putting those through. So anyway, so this is more of a Christmassy one, which obviously the holidays are coming up. So this would be a great one if you're inspired by this to make, because this turns out absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually very jealous because she still has this one. I would have taken this one in a heartbeat. You know, I had gone through a lot of her early videos because I feel like a lot of people probably haven't seen those early videos because she was still really small when she started doing some of these projects. So obviously the first one with the coffee corner, that was her second video. She had barely any subscribers at that point, and that one was amazing and it cracked me up. There are a couple of other ones in here that are fall related. There are a couple other ones that are Christmas oriented because I just happen to love Christmas. And she just comes up with such great items, and I just, you know, I chose the ones that were a little bit earlier in the channel, and the ones that I just love, and we'll go from there. So if y'all want to hear back from me again, I'm happy to do this again with some of her other projects. And like I said, I might just go ahead and do one for Christmas because she has so many Christmas crafts, Christmas projects that are so good. Like if you haven't seen her ornament ones, OMG. Her ornament videos from a couple years ago, she did like ornaments nonstop. She was like in this really crazy, I love ornaments and I'm gonna make all the ornaments stage, and they all just came out so nice. Even these clay ones that she was like, I overbaked it. I absolutely love this little snowman with this little blue hat that she made as an ornament. Oh, so gorgeous. Anyway, I digress. So now she's hot gluing in some poinsettias and some berries and now some ornaments to kind of finish off the look. And then, of course, she wants to hide the battery pack that she has attached that obviously light everything up. So she's making sure that she's got everything glued in appropriately. And then she's going to finalize it with that cute little one because Corie is all about making everything perfect. And so here you are with the final review. Isn't it gorgeous? I'm not kidding. Like, she's my sister. She's amazing. And I'm trying to be completely unbiased. This is one of my favorites. This is so beautiful. Now we're at DIY number 3. Okay. Sorry, stuck on Christmas again. And the reason that I included this one is because it's a personal favorite, because this is the first one that she inspired me to try myself. The reason? Because she didn't actually sew anything, and I legit did not know that you could do this. Look, she's using hot glue. So she went to Dollar Tree. She saw these amazing, cute, adorable hand towels that are Christmassy, and we all love the Christmas little red truck, right? And we all love gnomes. I love gnomes. I know some people don't like gnomes, but I love them. And so she's like, well, I'll take those and I'll just throw some hot glue in there. And then, we're going to just make these into pillows. And I'm watching this as somebody that does not sew. Again, I'm not crafty at all, but I'm like, you know what? I can totally do this. This is not hard. I have a hot glue gun because I have kids and like they have projects, and so that just has to happen. But to think that you just go to the Dollar Tree, get a dollar towel or $1.25 now, and get your hot glue gun out, flip it inside out. Make sure you flip it inside out so that when you turn it right, now you have the the actual picture on the outside, and then you just shove in the foam stuff. The filler. Well, I don't even know what that stuff is called. I'm, again, not crafty. Corie's the crafty one. But how adorable is that? And she literally, it took her like, what? Maximum of 5 minutes to do both of them. And she used a hot glue gun. At the time, her sewing machine was broken. So it was funny because for like 2 years, she would do projects like this where she's using hot glue where she would normally actually sew. And she explains to everybody, it's not working, it's broken, but she finally did get it fixed. And there is a more recent video where she did actual sewing. And I think that might have been another pillow, but this to me was so quick and amazing. I made myself, after she put this video out, I ran to the Dollar Tree. It probably was with her. And I grabbed, a couple of hand towels that were perfect for Christmas time. And now these are with my Christmas stash. So every time my family and I decorate for the holidays, my Corie pillows come out. Not the ones she made, the ones she inspired me to make based off of these. These are still in her house today. She puts these out with her holiday decorations, which, as some of you know, stay out most of the year because she's not very good at putting things away. All right. This is where Corie used to do in all of her videos. She would explain to everybody, hi, I'm Corie. I do crafting. Please come and subscribe. So if you are new here and you have not yet subscribed, please go check out her channel. She's amazing. And I love her more than just for being my sister. DIY number 4. Okay. Another Christmas. I'm sorry, but she just does so many good Christmas ones. And this one is awesome. I love this one so much. And again, this is another one where I'm kind of like, wish I could have this one in my house. And my kids love this one because it's so cute. It has the cute little truck. So she is going to make her countdown calendar, right? So we have the advent calendars, and I actually have one that you can you hang little ornaments up on the tree as your countdown. She's taking popsicle sticks, those big sticks, what are they called? Tongue depressors. And again, those the paint stirring sticks. Like, this is so on the cheap, but she makes it so good and so nice that this is something you'd be proud to have in your home. It's crazy. And by the way, at this point, because now she's been on the channel for quite some time, she now knows to remove and not have everything like the camera when she's going to be doing anything. So things don't get bumped as much. But you can see here, she's like such a perfectionist. She's using that, it's like a, what's it called? It's the wood filler, right? I wanted to call it spackle, but spackle is for walls, Kim, because she wants to obviously make sure that it has a very nice finished look. And then she, of course, always sands down any of her wood pieces just to make sure that she's got a smooth surface. And then she's going to go ahead and hand paint the little red truck. And this is so adorable. I don't remember if this is one that I had seen. I had a couple of times I'll go into Michael's and I'll see stuff that I think she'd like. I think I picked this one up for her, but she was very specific with me with what she was looking for. And I think that this one, I found it, but she was like, I was probably on FaceTime with her, like showing her all of the things that I was finding. She was like, no, 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 yes. So this one, again, it's adorable. Of course, she's painting the bottom. Who's going to see the bottom of the tires, Core? But she does it because it makes her heart happy, as she says. And then, of course, she's got to make sure that she's painting everything appropriately. So now she's moving on to the tree, the Christmas tree in the back of the truck. I think these are Arteza paints that she's using again. She loves the Arteza paints. If it's not paint, chalk paint. Chalk paint, she gets all of it from Amazon. Although she has been considering making her own chalk paint. I don't know if you guys know, but Corie does a lot of things, not just craft, but she actually does a lot of things homemade. And maybe that came from our mom. Our mom used to actually make Play-Doh homemade. She would not buy us real Play-Doh. She would literally make homemade Play-Doh, and that was what we used growing up. It was not colored because, that would come off on our hands. But yeah, I don't even know what was in that. Definitely a lot of flour, but Corie actually makes amazing sourdough bread. She had that, I think, on her other channel, Come On Over with Corie, for a little bit. But she's just amazing at pretty much everything she tries. So now she's using her paint marker because that's just going to be easier, and with the silver. And of course she's doing the bottom again because, everyone's going to see the bottom. Super cute. I love the little red truck. If you like the little red trucks, let me know down in the comments, because I don't know, I have a thing for them. And then, of course, the white wall tires. She's got to do that for that vintage look. Okay, so now, of course, the wood filler has dried. So now, because she is who she is, she's making sure that that's completely, level and everything. So she has to sand everything down. Okay, so now she is making a little ledge. Now, why is she making a ledge? Oh, there she is with the wood glue. Don't forget the wood glue versus the hot glue. So she uses both. So she gets that immediate hold because now she can come back and just immediately paint, right? But then that wood glue is going to make sure that nothing breaks in the long term. And this one, she still has this in her Christmas stuff. So maybe we should do another video. If you all watched her Come On Over with Corie channel, we've kind of stopped posting there because it just, again, she's so, her day job is just very intense. And so it's hard for her to even get to this channel. But we did post a decorate with me. She and I have so much fun when we're together. Like half that video, we were just cracking up. It was just amazing. So she's coming in with a different color because she's doing the sky. So you can see down below she has the white because that is for her picture. Now she's hand painting. She claims again that she can't hand paint. She's crazy because she's just like unreal. She's like, oh, I can't paint. And then this happens. But so now she has the snow covered hills, and now she's adding in, kind of like the sky in the background. And now she's got her trees that she's going to have that she claims she can't draw or paint, and then she does that, and it's just unreal. So you'll see her paint through a little bit here and there. But as I was saying, if you want to see another decorate with me, maybe we can post one on this channel if that's something that people would be interested in. I think she's always been very hesitant to put anything beyond crafting on this channel But if you think that that's something you'd be interested in, even on her Crafted by Corie channel, where she's kind of showing you how she decorates her house for Christmas time, let us know in the comments and we will, potentially try and make some time for that with her busy schedule. So I'm just going to point out again, she's not like doing this. This is not real time. She sped this up, but she is hand lettering again. And she just goes super, super, super slow when she's doing it. This one, she didn't actually use a pencil first, which is actually interesting because every time I've like really focused and watched everything in detail, she normally does use pencil. This one she didn't. She just took her time, and this might be because she's so good with just calligraphy and things like that. And then she does on the downstrokes, anywhere you have a downstroke, she makes it thicker, and that's what gives it that look. So she did that one. It appears that she did that one pretty much freehand without doing pencil first, unless I missed that because I was so focused on the fact that I wanted you guys to tell us if you wanted to do a decorate with me. Now she's doing the numbers, right? Because she's got to do the countdown, or the count up in this case. And she did use the little red truck to identify where she needed to put those numbers. And then she did that in pencil first. And then she, of course, came back with the pen to make it permanent. And now, because she has a little bit of space left at the end, she, of course, is going to put in another Christmas tree or tree. And that really is going to make it look really, really nice. So, Sharpie's out. She's doing the Sharpie to make sure that the lettering is really good and that it's thick enough that you can see it from afar. I think this one came out super cute. And she actually goes and of course she has to add something in because this is going to be something she's hanging. She's not just putting this on a table somewhere. She has this hung up. So she's just using some type of twine. I'm sorry, I'm not good with the crafting things because I'm not a crafter, so I don't know all the formal names for things, but here's the final reveal. I love this. This honestly top 5 crafts for me. For Christmas crafts, I don't know. She has so many good ones. I love this. I think this is so cute. She finds her own spin on things. So even if she sees something out there and she wants to remake it, she kind of does it in her own style. And sometimes I don't even know how she comes up with the way to do it. So DIY number 5, here we go. Okay, this is the one, guys. Look at this. $79 to $89. Corie takes an old napkin and a Dollar Tree foam pumpkin, and she recreates that thing that they were charging like 80, 90 bucks for. And all she's doing is using paint and this insane Mod Podge technique that she's going to show you. So, of course, because she's her, she needs to make sure that she's sanding down any bumps or anything because she doesn't want it to look like it's not good. And then she has this gold paint. And then she's going to paint the little stem with that because you saw the picture in her inspiration had that gold stem. Now, this is where she takes the old napkin, okay? She's taking apart and ripping it by hand because apparently if you don't do that, you can see the edge. So if you were to take scissors to this, it wouldn't seamlessly integrate in with the pumpkin. You'd be able to see the lines. So she's very clearly not wanting that to happen. So she also did the technique where she wets a paintbrush, a little paintbrush, and it's just with water to go around to help her rip them a little more easily. And then she, of course, with chalk paint, painted the pumpkin. And then she puts a little bit of Mod Podge down. And then she goes over the napkin with her paintbrush with more Mod Podge to place it down in the place that she wants it. Now, this is a glossy Mod Podge. You could do matte if you wanted to. This pumpkin she gave to me because this is the one when I tell anybody that they need to go follow Corie, this is the video I show them. Why do I show them this video and not the ones that I've just showed you before? Well, the first one just made me laugh because she didn't know how to do the camera quite yet. So that just made me laugh. The Christmas ones are beautiful. Those came later. This was one of her early videos again. And this was actually, if you go watch her 31 fall crafts, this one's in that. And that, I think, is where I first saw this one. And I was like, guys, the woman literally takes a foam pumpkin from the Dollar Tree and an old napkin. She rips the napkin apart, and then she creates this thing that literally looks like something that costs 90 bucks. It's insane. How beautiful is that? That one is in my house because I love it so much. DIY number 6. Okay, we've all seen these, right? They smell like cinnamon. They're amazing. So she has this cinnamon broomstick, and she's going to kind of start taking some of it apart and cutting it down, forming it into the way that she wants it to be formed. So again, this is one of those things where if I'm going to buy this broomstick at the grocery store, because that's normally where I see them, I'm just grabbing it and then I'm throwing it in my house because it makes my house smell good. It would not even occur to me to do something like this. This woman is like, oh, well, I'm just going to make a swag out of it. I think this is called a swag. And she takes these beautiful flowers. Not gonna lie, don't know what type of flowers they are because again, not Kim's thing, this is Corie's thing, but like they're beautiful. And she has this way of arranging things that just makes it just gorgeous. I'm sure that cinnamon stick broomstick probably cost her a couple bucks. Those flowers, maybe from the Hobby Lobby, but she only gets everything on sale. It's probably from Dollar Tree because most of her supplies she gets from Dollar Tree. I think she said that this ended up costing all of like $6 to make end of day. But it's just insane to me how she can just put these together. Like if I tried to do this, people, I'm not even kidding. I don't know where it would wind up, but you know, she's an inspiration. It's amazing what she comes up with. This one, I think she has this one hanging in her house too. She keeps a lot of them. A lot of my favorites she keeps to herself. I don't know what type of flowers these are either. Sorry, I'm not good with that. Go watch her original video. I will put every single video that I got these from. I'll put those down in the description box so you can go and check out and see her commentary because she obviously has more of the details and nitty-gritty details than what I do. I'm just giving the fun commentary. It's so pretty, Corie. Oh, she's so talented. And this is just her side hustle, guys. She has a whole day job that she does amazing with too. It's so pretty. She does amazing wreaths also. This is kind of in line with that. But you can see she's going to show in a minute where it's hanging on her door. Oh, we're not there yet though, Kim. She's got to add in more flowers. It doesn't have enough depth to it yet. So she's going to add in some additional flowers that are, going to give it a little bit more color. And then I also forgot, because Corie wants to hang this, what do you need in order to hang it? You need a hanger, Kim. So she'll get into that in a minute as well. And then, of course, her bow. So she just hot glues everything when it comes to this. It's just kind of cool. Like she just does it up with all of the, garlands. I'm not sure what she was saying there. Sometimes when she's doing her voiceover, she realizes that what she says when she's talking was incorrect. And so then she goes back and just puts the screen on the text or text on the screen so that y'all can see what she actually meant. Here she goes with the bows. These are really pretty. These are Kirkland ribbon. Now, again, if anyone's been following Corie for any time, I mean, she even just recently did a video with the Kirkland ribbon because she happened this year to go to Costco on the day they put out all the ribbon. And it was like a month or two ago at this point. And she was so excited because she gets so excited with the Kirkland ribbon. And then even when I'm talking to her off screen, I'm not even kidding, she goes on and on about how nice the Costco ribbon is and what a good deal it is because she absolutely loves it. It's pretty. It really is. And she does this thing where she puts the two different ribbons together. Again, not something I would ever think of, but she gets that little bit of bling with the one ribbon, and then she has the buffalo check with the other ribbon. So it still gives it kind of that farmhousey look. And it's just gorgeous together. And then, of course, she's like a bow expert. And I can never get my bow ends to land the way that she does. She always says to do it like upside down, and supposedly that helps, but you can see she messes with it a lot also to get it to the place where she wants it to be. And then she's going to have to obviously attach that. So she always uses the pipe cleaners, and that I actually do now too. I've gotten pretty good with ribbons in general now because of her bow tutorial. Like I said earlier, she has a whole bow tutorial. I'll put that in the description box too. And she shows you how to do all this. But ever since, I've actually ventured into making my own bows if I'm doing like a basket or something, because I'm on a fundraising committee for one of our foundations locally. And so I've been now the person making the bows because Corie taught me. And then she, of course, uses the pipe cleaner to put it through to connect and to make the bow stick on. But then, of course, that is also being used as a hanger. So it's not going to impact the bow at all with the way she did it, but at the same time, she's going to have a way to hang this that is going to be secure. And then this is a wired ribbon, so she's able to kind of mess with it a little bit and get it to do what she wants it to do, which is kind of cool. She comes up with really good ways. And now once she gets this part situated, she is going to show it to you briefly, and then she's going to show you again hung on her door. And I do think that this might still be there. This one I think she did in her 31 fall decor projects video. So this is considered fall decor, but I honestly think you could probably even use this in spring. It's so pretty. This is just one that, even though this isn't necessarily something I would hang in my house, I'm not very much of a farmhouse person. I just think this is gorgeous. She takes, simple items, very low cost items, and makes something beautiful. DIY number 7. Okay. This is one where I give Corie major props. There have been a couple videos. There was also one where she was trying to do a metal Christmas tree. And that one she was struggling with, but she does not give up. This girl will do whatever she has to do to get it done. And so she's like, this is going to happen. I am going to make this as it is in my head. And she just continues to go until she gets it the way she wants. So you can see she has a tin. That's actually from Dollar Tree. These are paper towel holders. Hey, oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind. This is hard. I don't know how she does this all the time. Paper towel holder she got from Dollar Tree. And then that bucket and these little buckets that are in it that she's holding right now are all from the Dollar Tree. And she's obviously going to make that, oh my gosh, fountain. It's a water fountain. It's a beautiful water fountain that she saw with that inspiration photo, and she's working to figure out how to do that. So she's using these little wooden scrap pieces, and she's using the broken down toilet, not toilet, Kim, it's paper towel. Oh my goodness. Paper towel holders to hold the different buckets at the different varying levels so that you'll get that same effect of the water running down. So, of course, she has to come up with these amazing ways. I don't even know how she comes up with these things. Like, how did she just decide, like, this is what was going to work? She always tells me that that's part of what she likes about crafting, is that it's trying to figure out how to do it. So she'll see something in a store and she's like, yeah, I think I could probably do that. Oh, that thing costs $50. I could probably make it for $5. And then she does this where she gets like scraps and then she pulls apart things from Dollar Tree. And it's just like, how do you even do this? And now she's using these different color paints and making it look like it's like metal. These are not metal. These are all plastic, I think. Like the buckets. No, the buckets might be metal, but they're white, right? So she wants them to look a little bit worn and, metal, get that look to it. So she goes over and over things, and she's actually quite a perfectionist. So of course she has to go on the inside. Don't forget the inside, Core. Got to make sure you have the inside. She will make sure that she has it looking exactly how she wants. Oh, she needs the rust now, guys. Don't forget that has had water going through it for quite some time because, it is a fountain. So you're going to have rust. gonna have rust. So she has to make it look like there's rust. She's amazing. She's gonna continue working through this. And now, of course, she's gotta kind of dent up and make this thing look a little rusty as well. And then here comes the hot glue, because she's actually going to make this a working fountain. So in order to do that, she needs to make sure that those suckers are held down. And then she has this plastic piping that she's going to use to put the water through, and she's trying to use the heat gun to make it so that she can, you know, obviously twist it in the way that she needs it to. Now she's trying to figure out, she had gotten not a motor, what's it called? A pump. She has to pump the water. So she had gotten a pump, a spa pump, I believe. And so she's putting in the water here just to test it, because she obviously wants to make sure that she has everything set up correctly. How is it going to work? So she is, oh, I think this is to hold the pipe. Oh, look at this. So these are from the Dollar Tree. These are shot glasses, but they are plastic shot glasses. So she's using her melting tool, it looks like, oh, in order to get it to the place where she needs, because she needs it to be at a different height. So that enables her to get it to the height that she needs. And then she's going to come back in. Oh, she must have had a leak. So she's sealing the corners, right? Because that wasn't actually meant to have water. It's from the Dollar Tree, guys. So she's sealing it with hot glue, and she's just putting a ton of it in. And don't worry, none of that stuff you're going to see, because Corie is who she is, and she will make sure that nothing that's not pretty is visible. Oh, there it is, the fountain pump. So she's using, oh, and she got new vinyl tubing to go with the fountain pump. Now, this part is another reason I wanted to include this in the video. She reads the instructions, she puts it in, she starts getting it set up, and then she's going to start adding in the water, and she's going to do a test run. Now, why do I crack up? You're going to see in just a minute. So here she goes. Putting in the water, she's got to test it. Look at all the water everywhere. She's like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Water's going everywhere. Oh my gosh, I got to turn the pump off. So she's trying to figure out how to get the pump off. Okay, maybe it's just at a bad angle. I think she's trying to salvage what she can with the resources that she has at hand. Nope, not going to happen for her. So what's she going to do? Now she turns it off. End of day, I believe what she said she did. Actually, I'm positive because I did watch this before doing it. She ended up saying, you know what? That sucker's way too strong, that pump. Let me go see what else I can do. Let's move these things, because first of all, they are not in the right place. So she uses a her hot gun to then resituate, because it melts the hot glue, right? Then she can adjust and move those paper towel holders back so that the water, when it flows out, is actually going to flow from bucket to bucket better. Now she's adding back in the water. Now, here's the thing that you don't see right now. She actually went out and got an aquarium pump. It's a much smaller pump. So you can see that down there, it's a smaller pump. And now she's actually, of course, because Corie is Corie, she has put, you know, the paint, same type of paint on the tube. So that's kind of aligning with everything. And now she's putting in the beautiful flowers to make sure that you don't see the glue at the bottom. Absolutely gorgeous. DIY number 8. Okay, this one's another personal favorite, guys. This one is in my house because I told Corie how much I absolutely loved this one, and she gifted it to me because she's amazing and she's one of my favorite people. So you're going to see she has a sock from the Dollar Tree. She has some mop pieces that, who keeps that? I don't know. Corie does. And then she has some beautiful flowers that look like they're probably also from Dollar Tree, and then her hot glue gun. So she's just going to glue the sock together after pulling the foot part off. And then she's going to take the sock, put it back outright, and then she's trying to figure out exactly how to go about this, what sizes she needs for everything. And then these beads, I gave her these beads. These are those little glass beads. I don't even know why I had them, but every time I find something that I've had in my house for like years, I'll be like, Cor, do you want these? Because I'm never going to use these. Like, why did I even have these weird glass beads in my house? Because I don't do crafting. I think at one point, my oldest daughter, when she was little, we were trying to do some type of DIY decor for her room with flowers and stuff. And again, I'm not good at this stuff, so it probably did not happen the way that I originally anticipated. So Corie has now made one sock item with those beads, and that you can see is now standing there to the side while she prepares the other sock with, cutting out the heel, cutting off the foot part, and she's leaving a piece open that she's now, because you know what? It didn't work. So she's having to re-glue it, but she put a piece of parchment in there to make sure that it's going to not stick to the other side of the sock, but so that she can actually get it to close up. She's very good at finding ways to do things. She always says find a way or make a way. She's very good at that. There, she made a way. Okay, so now she's got it kind of put back intact, but now she's cutting it more. What is she making, guys? What is she making? So I said earlier, I love gnomes, and she was on a gnome kick for a while. I think more because I kept sending her these inspiration shots of all these gnomes because I think they're so cute. And this was for one of her spring videos. Again, all of the links will be in her description box. This one she was doing for spring. So you can see here, this is actually the gnome's hat. So the part she made before is the body. That right there is the hat. And she's going to put in all of the scraps that she just had from the socks that she just cut up, because, waste not, want not. She puts those in to give the hat a little bit of volume up at the top. And then she takes the pieces of the broken down mop. I don't know what project she used where she had the mop head just kind of like pulled apart. Might honestly have been one of the other gnomes that she's done, because she has done quite a few gnomes, and that makes perfect beard material. So these are the wood beads. Now, she got these wood beads, I know for sure, off of Amazon. That one I think is also in her Amazon store. Everything else, though, is from Dollar Tree. So she really does try to make everything on a budget. Even these wood beads, I don't think were expensive, because she doesn't tend to buy things that are expensive. She did, for one of the later videos, she did splurge a little bit, because I remember actually talking to her about one specific craft that she saw and she wanted to redo. And we were at my daughter's basketball game, and we were like looking to try and find the supplies that she would need. It was pretty funny. So anyway, she pulls apart now she's going to trim the beard. She pulls apart the mop because, of course, it's a cute little gnome and you can't have those giant pieces of mop string. So she pulls them apart, de-strings them a little bit, and then she has to make sure that it's the right length. And I have to have hair there. I can't have just an open belly. So we're going to take and parse out and fix and make sure that we have hair going across, even though we have split things out, because that nose, it made a part. We got to make sure that we got hair everywhere. She's such a perfectionist, but it really does give it a final perfect look, right? And that's her goal. Make sure that it's something that everyone would want to have in their home. And then, of course, there's not enough volume, guys. So she's got to add another layer. So she's going to add another layer of those scraps of the hair. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. Now you see why I love this. Isn't it so cute already? And she's not even done yet, guys. This is not what it looks like at the end. Oh, we got to give it a hair trim because, right now it's falling too low. Okay, so now it's a spring gnome. So what is she going to do? She's going to add some little flowers to the hat to cover up that seam, right? Because there's that one part where she had to glue it back together. So she hides that a little bit. It's in the back, but there's a little bit on the side. She puts these flowers, 3 on the hat just to make it look so adorable. And then, no, a normal person would be like, oh, she's so cute, just like that. Let me do it like that. And no, she's like, oh, I want her to hold a little twig with flowers on it. So I'm going to use one of these other wooden beads, and that's going to be her hand. And look how perfectly that little Dollar Tree twig fits with that bead. Now this is the little arm because of course you got to make sure that it's coming out enough so that you can see the hand and the twig that it's now going to be holding. She's just amazing. How did she come up with this, guys? Like, these are things I would never have figured out. Maybe you will have because you guys are crafty like her, but she really does make it so that anybody can do this. I could probably do it now that I've seen it and I've been paying very close attention. It's unreal. Splitting across the hair, making sure that she gets it really in there and glued in nicely. And now she is making sure that that hand gets put on correctly and right in the correct position that she wants in order for it to be holding that twig with the flowers that match her hat. Oh, we got to make sure it's perfect. So cute. And there it is, all done. This one is in my house nonstop. I don't put this one away when fall comes. All right, DIY number 9. Here we go. This is the one I was just talking about. Corie and I were at my daughter Alexa's basketball game. We're sitting in the gym, and Corie shows me a picture of this heart where it was just probably end of January, a little bit before Valentine's Day. And she was like, I have this really great idea for a project, but I can't find red tulips at Dollar Tree. They just don't have them. So she and I, while we're at the game, I was paying attention to the game, guys, I promise, but it was probably halftime or whatever. And we're going on to Amazon and we're seeing, finally, she finds these tulips. Now she had the Dollar Tree, these heart wreath forms, and she was adamant that she wanted to make this flowered wreath that she saw in the shape of a heart, but she needed those tulips. So she ordered the tulips. You know what? It had to have been in January because I feel like the tulips took a little bit of time to get to her, and she was getting a little concerned that they might not get there in time, but they did. This ended up being in one of her Valentine videos, and then I put together a compilation for her for Valentine's Day, and this is in that one as well. I will put the link in the description box, as I mentioned before. And she's just literally, they're wired, so she's going through and literally just wrapping them around. Like, anybody could do this, right? Not everybody could possibly make it look as pretty as Corie does, because she just has a knack for making things look beautiful. But she's just going to work her way right around that heart-shaped wreath form and make those flowers take the form of the heart. It's perfect for Valentine's Day. Now, part of what's interesting about Corie's channel, she actually takes a lot of time to edit them and do the voiceovers, and I am like actually very impressed by her because this is the first time I've ever done a voiceover, and it's not easy to kind of keep things going, I gotta say. So she's very good about it. She takes a lot of time. This takes a lot of time for her to do because she does the crafts, but then there's a whole back end to it. You know, I can't do the voiceovers for her, even though I help a lot on the other part of the back end. So she knows what she wants to show, what she doesn't want to show. So she edits her videos. She does the voiceovers for the videos, and then I do the rest of the back end. But it's a lot of effort, and she's so good at it. And back when she first started, she was learning, right? She was going through a learning process. We were learning every day. I'm even learning every day. And she's really learned how to edit things and be more succinct with how she's doing things. But in her earlier videos, she used to, and I'll probably have to do it here a little bit too, is insert some music in where, you know, she's just kind of letting you watch. I know some people like that, so maybe I will be quiet for a little bit. We can just watch her do this. Let me know in the comments what you prefer. Do you prefer unending commentary, or do you just want me to be quiet for a bit? All right, you got to have a bow, right? And this is a wreath, so she's going to have to also find a way to hang it. And so she's using one of her standard bows and tying that off, getting it prepared so that she can add that to the wreath. So she always makes sure that she has, you know, she just does the bow, big bow part, and then she has a part that she just uses to attach, right? You don't have to have that become the two little tails of the bow. That's not how she necessarily does it. She does it generally separately. For this one, she's just keeping it as the bow. I don't think she even ends up adding tails. I'm actually surprised that she didn't use the pipe cleaners for that. She normally uses pipe cleaners, but this time she used it a little different. But a beautiful white bow that she creates here. Oh, she did do little tails. There they are. And she always does the dovetail because it makes it look pretty. And then there she has the finalized wreath. But again, you need to be able to hang it. So she's just doing with a simple hanger with that's going to match the bow. And she just strings it back through and wraps it into itself. And that just makes such an easy hanging. I don't even know what you call it. A hanger for the bow, or for that matches the bow for the wreath. And I think this came out so well. It came out how she had envisioned. It's just beautiful for Valentine's Day. All right, DIY number 10. This is the last project for this video. This was the inspiration that Corie found. She ended up creating on Canva the same basically image and verbiage that she saw in a catalog. And she ended up with this giving plate, right? And the message on this, she actually talks about in her video, and I really recommend that you go check it out. This one is in the Christmas compilation video, and it's the giving plate. And she did this during COVID, and she talks about how, you know, if you can't go see your friends and family during this time, you know, how great would it be to do a ding dong dash and leave some sweet treats for the people that you care about. You might not be able to see them in person, but maybe you can give them a little treat. And the giving plate is meant to make its rounds, right? So she actually gave this to me with some treats that year after she made this. And then when my girls and I made cookies, we gave it back, right? And I think she's given it to other people. We're not quite sure where the plate is. I don't think it's at her house anymore. I think she re-gifted it to someone else with more goodies. So this is meant to kind of, you know, show someone you're thinking about them, and it's supposed to just continue kind of going around. It's not meant to be given back, so to speak. So she had this printed and laminated after, you know, making it in Canva, and we do have this available out on her Stan store. You can purchase this if you want. She had staples both print and laminate it, so it was a little bit more expensive than her normal project, but she was just so inspired by what it said. She wanted to make one herself. And what she has here is called resin, and she makes it very clear. You want to make sure that you're wearing gloves. This is a food safe resin, so that's obviously important too, but you need to make sure you mix it properly. There are two parts to it. There's a part A and a part B, and she explained that you want to put in the same amount of part A as you do part B, and then they recommend that you put down a foundational level layer before you put down your image to remove any bubbles. And this will also serve as an adhesive so that when she puts her image down, it'll bond it to the plate. So this is a Dollar Tree pizza pan actually that she's using. And you can see she's just spreading that resin around to make sure that it's going all the way and trying to keep it as even as she can. So she's using a popsicle stick because it's just making it a little bit easier. Now, obviously she had it laminated because if you try to do this, this is, you know, obviously liquidy, water-based, and I think it might ruin your image if you did not have it laminated. So she had Staples do a laminated printout for her of her design. She obviously cuts that out, puts it in on the resin, and then she's going to take the remainder of that resin and pour it on top. And again, she's going to make sure that she's getting it evenly coated and getting it everywhere and completely encapsulate that image in that pizza pan. I can't say pan. So she's working it all the way around with that pizza stick. And once she gets that completely done, that will now be food safe. And like I said, you know, she actually did that year. I think this was 2020 that she did this. And, you know, she gave this plate to me and my girls and my husband that year with some Christmas cookies on it. It looks good on here. It looks even better in person. Like I said, I'm not sure where this landed at this point, because I think after I gave it back to her with some cookies on it that my girls and I made, she first said, "Kim, but you were supposed to keep it and give it to someone else." And I was like, "But it's so pretty." And she's like, "No, you're supposed to keep it and give it to someone else." So I'm sure that she and Elena give it to someone else, but it came out so nice and I love it. And again, if you want to make this project, we do have this. This was one of her first printables. It's a digital product that she has for sale out on her Stan store. So the Stan store link will be down in the description box as well. This is a great one if you are making cookies this Christmas.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and the commentary, please let us know in the comments and give us a like. And as Corie always says, be well, be kind, and make it a great day. Bye.
If you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope that you'll consider subscribing and hitting the bell to be notified every single time I upload a new video. And to my subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate your support, and I'm looking forward to sharing these new projects with you.